is Hope at Crafty Hope, and I'm here working in my soul food journal. This is a junk journal I made as part of the soul food class from Tiffany of Southern Gals Designs. I think the class is on the Jean Oliver site. I'll put a link below in the description box. And I am still working on my 100-day project for this one, and for my 100-day project, I'm using bunches of different materials, trying to work through some of my stash. And the material I was using for this day was my distress oxides. Now, y'all, I use them all the time. I just kind of want to make sure I put my hands on different things throughout my whole 100-day project, which was make art, don't fake art. And so I decided that, yeah, I'm going to use my distress oxides. And so to do that, I actually carved a couple of new stamps. Because if you've seen, I think, my neon video, I had blurred the edges of some of my stamps, and I thought, how fun would that be if I did it with some of my hand-carved stamps? And I had a couple ideas, so you can kind of see those kind of on the right side there, that I carved 2 new stamps just for this day's prompt. So I decided to go ahead and start this page, or this spread, really, it's 2 pages, with some collage with my Uhu glue stick. And I'm using just a variety of things. I've got a little bit of a blueprint and some music paper and the back of like a pink receipt of some kind. And really my purpose in doing this was to kind of make these 2 pages feel a little more cohesive, have some of the same elements on both of them, kind of bridge them in the middle with some of these elements like that blueprint, and just really kind of get a yeah, more cohesion with this. So I don't, sometimes I've been cutting out some of my collage because I could collage full pages, just glue and glue and glue. But I was trying to leave some of the things I have there. These 2 pages are kind of made up. There's, on the left is a page from a reproduction Sears and Roebuck catalog from, like, I don't even know, I'll have to look. And the other page is a piece of newsprint with some ink or something on it. So I'm going ahead and bringing in some of the blue and the pink also in this page using my Stabilo Woodies. I used the dark blue and the pink there to kind of get those colors on both of those pages. I just did some big scribbly circles and wet them with a wet paintbrush. Now I'm going to cover up all of these elements that I just put down. I'm not going to cover all of them, but I'm just going to add a little texture and give a little more interest to these pages so that those things I did just put down can really just be background elements. So I'm using some texture paste, or modeling paste. Why do I always say modeling paste? I don't know. Modeling paste. Yeah, that's what it's called. This is homemade, sorry. This is homemade texture paste from the recipe from Michelle of Michelnay. She shared that on one of her videos, and I'll also put a link to that in the description box below. So y'all are going to get links to other things. I'll also have some links to some of the actual, like, store-bought materials below, because I'm doing the Amazon affiliate program, and so if y'all buy anything while y'all are in there, I might get a small compensation for it. So I just want to give you that disclaimer, heads up. Woo! Alright, so here are the 2 stamps I carved. This one, as you see, was a little balloon stamp that I kind of turned, I've got it turned upside down so that the balloon part is kind of at the bottom. And I just made some little lines in this. No, I love this stamp. It's so pretty. It's just, I don't know, it just adds some interest. I'm using the Distress Oxide ink in Spice Marmalade. And it works beautifully on here. It really kind of stands out for some reason with these blues and pinks on this page, and I normally wouldn't pair orange with blues and pinks, but maybe that's why I'm using it. So it has such a great pop there. It's it's unexpected, it's different. So I'm gonna add this in a couple places all over my page. What? And then the other stamp that I carved is just a circle. It's an eraser, and I carved out the center portion of it, just leaving the outer edge. So it's just a big circle. And I'm gonna take, what is that, blueprint sketch of the Distress Oxides, and add these really pretty circles, and those are what I'm gonna, in a second, grab my wet paintbrush and go around the outside and blur those edges. Like I said, my neon video, I'll put a link if I remember up in the top right corner here. I had used a, what is it, like a texture stamp with a bunch of circles, and had blurred all the edges on that one and really loved that. And so I think that's when I kind of was like, oh, I need to make just my own circle that I can blur the edges to. So that's why I did this. And yeah, so I'm just going around those outside edges a smidge. And because these are distress, you can see that the stamps aren't always super clean, or they're definitely you know, distressed. They've little parts don't fill in, and I love that. It definitely adds a lot of grunginess to it that suits me just fine. I am definitely a rusty and grungy kind of girl. I'm not, even using the pink on this page is kind of out of my element because I'm not really a pink girl either. So once I get some of my circles there, blurred, I guess, I'm grabbing a Distress Oxide spray, and I think that's pumice stone or something. I'll let you know again in the description box below. It's kind of a gray, but with like a greeny tone to it. And then I've only got a couple of those Distress Oxide sprays because I've got so many sprays and I never use them, but I love the Distress Oxide, so I'm wrangling with that conundrum. So I tried that real quick, and I grabbed this paper doll from Tim Holtz. That's this jaunty looking man and his puppy dog, and I am just using some Liquitex matte gel medium and I don't know why I always grab the tiniest brush when I need to use gel medium. I think I just kind of want to make sure I get the details, but I don't know. Anyway, I got that on the back of that paper doll, and I'm trying to hold him down just a little bit to make sure he sticks and give him a little dry time. And then I decide, I don't know, at some point in there, I thought, hey, I'm going to take this circle stamp and circle this guy's face as well as his puppy dog's face, and really make them kind of stand out a little bit more. So that's what I did, because why not? That's a lot of what this art journaling is experimenting and seeing how things work out, how you like them, and I kind of totally dig this. So go ahead and blur the edges of both of these. The blurring doesn't do as well on the actual paper doll because of the slick surface, but it kind of gives it even kind of a more interesting element to it. So I reach over and I grab, I think it's some stickers. So I've got these stickers, and I'll have to let you know what brand that is. I know I got those from Tuesday Morning, so it's not like a brand I know for sure. But the sticker just says "You and Me," which I thought was fun because it's just the dog and the guy, and it's the two of them. It's just you and me. So I thought that was fun, and for some reason I needed more texture paste on that other page. I think there was something there that I felt like was standing out too much, and I wanted to make sure that your eye was really drawn to those two main characters there on this page and not to some of the other elements on the page. So I'm taking this Faber-Castell Pitt pen. I believe it's got like a brush or something. No, I don't even know. It's a pen, and I knew I didn't want it to blur, so I am just using it and going around the inside of those circles that circle the guy and the dog, and then around the you and me. And I think I switch back and forth between that and a Sharpie pen, and I don't know why, but I'm using those two elements, or those two types of pens for some reason, to just kind of go around things. And then I'm going to use that Pitt pen to go around the whole paper doll to make him stand out just a smidge more. And I think that's going to be it for me for this page. Yeah, that's it. It was a lot of fun using those Distress Oxides, and especially with some of the stamps I carved. I also have a video on how I do my hand carved stamps, so I'll try to link to that as well. So anyway, guys, I hope you like this. Give me a thumbs up if you do, and make sure to subscribe. And if you are subscribed, make sure to hit that bell so you can get notifications when I post new videos. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Keep on cracking on. Bye.